Walkers. That's correct. Rug Walkers. What are we looking at here?
We've seen a variety. We've seen a lot of decks like this. Not a lot, I should say, but just sort of Jund Monsters style decks, but kind of dipping in their toes into blue instead of black. There's a lot of weird stuff going on here. Those Prophetic Flame Speaker, a copy of Keranos God of Storms, 2 copies of Sigiled Starfish, Kiora, Ralzeric, Chandra, Xenagos, Dawnbring. I mean, this is sort of a mid-range Planeswalker deck.
Well, Anders had better get the ball rolling here because he is under the gun in a big way. There is a Tidebinder Mage, a Nightveil Spectre, a Master of Waves, and a Thassa, God of the Sea over there for Corrigan. You see his lands through islands and a Mutavault. Hasn't made a land yet this turn. Looks like we're going to see some attacking with Thassa along with the Nightveil Spectre. For Simpson-Wolf, he's got an Elvish Mystic, a Frog Lizard from Rapid Hybridization, a Pithy Needle, which we'll figure out what that's naming for you guys in just a moment, and then just 2 Forests and a Temple of Mystery. So not a great start here for Anders.
And Mono Blue Devotion is just merciless against decks like this.
It seems like it really does cut up these mid-range decks.
Yeah.
That have, that are typically 3 colors.
Just, 5 mana cards like Stormbolt Dragon and Keranos just don't bring enough to the table.
Yeah.
And there's going to be colored mana issues. You're going to be taking damage off your lands the whole way through. So the total sum here is just very, very tough for decks like Rug Walkers to beat.
Needle naming Mutavault, which is certainly a good name, but there are quite a few problems on the table right now.
Yes.
And we've got, of course, our Stomping Ground going to come into play untapped here. And there's a copy of Ralzeric, one of my favorite Magic cards. That's going to get dissolved, unfortunately. And a Corrigan will scry. Simpson-Wolf has won a Open before. Did win our Standard Open in Boston last year. Corrigan does play a 5th land very quickly off the top of his deck. See, there's a Frostmourne hanging out there. Looks like he may have some interest in making some creatures unblockable here with Thassa. Get those last final points of damage through.
Poor Ralzeric. Just never really got any sort of significant love in Standard.
I'm trying. Slowly but surely. So here's a Frostmourne Weird. It's a shame that card's not that good. In comes everybody. Want to make sure that the Devotion will still be on. Corrigan very happy with this position. Not even making anything unblockable at this point.
Most likely just leaving up a counter spell.
Yeah, you have to imagine that's the case. Frog Lizard's going to block here. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage coming through. There will be a Nightveil Spectre trigger here in just a moment. We'll take a look at the top card. It's a Courser of Crewfix. Long way away from casting that, but don't think that Corrigan's going to need it. Simpson-Wolf take a draw here, maybe his last one of the match.
And even if this stuff could resolve, probably doesn't make a difference, but can't even get that far.
A lot of good cards in Simpson-Wolf's hand, but just doesn't have the ability to convert them into play. Looks like we're going to go with a Domri to start things. We'll see if Corrigan has any interest in letting this resolve. Does have a dissolve in his hand. He's going to counter that. And Simpson-Wolf's going to drop his hand and extend the other one. Griffin Corrigan's going to win this match over Anders Simpson-Wolf. 2-0. Mono Blue Devotion taking down Rug Walkers in what is typically a very good matchup for Mono Blue Devotion.
It's not like the Rug Walkers deck has no tools for the matchup. If you look at 60 cards to 60 cards, you say, okay, there's some stuff going on here. There's removal, some Planeswalkers, some threats that are hard to kill, mana acceleration. Looks like not a bad recipe to fight Mono Blue Devotion. But the efficiency and consistency of Mono Blue, the fact that you're going to stumble on your mana either color-wise or taking damage, all these things just add up. And it's hard to beat Mono Blue when you aren't super efficient yourself.
Yeah.